Miko.
Ends the story of Olaf the liar, a thief, and a scoundrel. We of Solitude commit to the fire. In Solitude, bards train for their service. They also gather each year and burn a king who deserves it.
Yeah, you tell them.
The festival is truly a celebration of solitude and
Oh, thanks, Magnus. Finally, yes, good.
I thank you, and the college
Shh,
thanks
behave,
you, Jarl.
behave, my little one.
I believe that
Shush. Okay then.
Yet again, I will make sure our applicant, who was instrumental in recovering the poem, will be well rewarded. Unbelievable! You have done us a great service here. I can't begin to thank you enough.
Well, it was my pleasure. Of course, it was. Yes. I'm not really aching to go back home at all.
Soon. These things must be done properly. You will be inducted as part of the festival itself.
Oh, I see.
I need you to go speak to Yorn. He was preparing the effigy of King Olaf. Tell him to finish the preparations. The festival is back on!
Well, okay, I will speak to Yorn soon. Hello, dear viewer. I am back here in Solitude, and yes, it has been done, accomplished. And I am in grave need of selling some stuff, and I'm running out of inventory space in all accounts, except maybe for the horse. I definitely need to unload, so I need to go home soon. But first, some enchanting, some selling, some buying, and we shall see each other after that is done. Well, okay, I so definitely, absolutely, completely have to buy this. This can change a lot, actually, with the lack of enchantments and enchanted items that I constantly whine about. It's a lot of money, but it's worth it. Now I need to sell some more stuff. Hopefully I will make up for the investment. And you, Noster, yes. I found your helmet, of course.
That's real Nord craftsmanship, that is.
I didn't notice, to be honest.
Let me show you an old trick I learned as a scout. Makes it harder for the enemy to notice you.
The trick that I can't have any use for, apparently. Okay then.
Oh, if you haven't heard Dean Pantia sing, you should.
Could you... You are dark-haired bard? You are a dark-haired bard? Do you know a song about Anvil? No?
Thanks for taking the time.
Well then, you are safe for now.
Poetry and song.
There's the man himself. Come on.
Oh, there is free spiced wine here. Hello, Yvette.
The festival has really increased my sales.
Giving away your spiced wine?
Except for the man who saved the festival. Here's a couple of bottles for you.
Ah, thank you. Like two. That's a couple, quite literally. Okay, okay. Yeah, you need something from the docks, I've overheard.
Well, I've got a shipment of spices the East Empire Company is holding up. I need someone to convince them to release it.
Yeah, I'm quite good at convincing, actually, as of late. I will do my best.
Great. Get back to me when you're done, and I'll give you something for your time.
Thank you. And after that, after that, I will.
Good luck out there.
I will go back to Winterhold.
Be wandering Skyrim.
They like you.
So I'm a bard now.
Yes, congratulations. You are now a full-fledged member of the Bard's College. Due to your adventurous nature, several of the college professors have some things they wish you to do. What's more, Elisif has declared the burning of King Olaf should become a weekly event. And finally, there's the matter of the patronage that Elisif wanted me to give you.
Oh, finally. Not that I'm very greedy. That's nice. That's a nice sum of money. And that's it? Look, there is a girl in the Winking Skeever. I would like her to join too. I mean, become a bard too.
You and me, we're the only...
You are not willing to talk about it. Nobody is. I will never be able to help her.
You might as well have some sweets.
I certainly could. A sweet roll. Yes. Yes. Lovely.
Yorn is the best of the bunch. You should hear him sing.
Oh, maybe one day. Maybe one day. I am a member of the Bard's College now. Hopefully it will come with some benefits at some point, but there's no bed for me to lay my head on over there, so let's rent yet another night from the Winking Skeever. And then go to the docks, and then go back to the Winterhold College. Yes, of course I will go back today. I will, I mean tomorrow. I will. Definitely, totally, absolutely, maybe. Well, I'm so sorry, Fiona.
You're a member of the college?
Yes, I am, but
you just got here.
you see, it's not that difficult. You just have to go to a dungeon. There isn't even an exam. You just go to a Nordic ruin and you slaughter a lot of undead. Okay, it's not that easy, but you know, it's doable. It's doable. Could I do anything for you to just
Safe journeys.
bring you to the college now? Like anything, Fiona? Anything? Like motivate you? You are ready. Your voice is fine. I've heard you singing. It was fine. Oh, And I missed her in Solitude, in the city, and she's here now again. So hello, Vittoria Vici.
Sorry, I was lost in thought. I'm planning my wedding, you see. So many details to work out.
I imagine, I can imagine. However, there is a matter of Yvette's son, the trader up there in Solitude.
Ah, yes. If she wants to pay the 2,000 gold tariff, then we'll be all set.
2,000 gold tariff? She can't afford that. She can barely afford her stand.
I suppose I could make an exception. I do like her spiced wine.
Exactly. It's a good wine.
Fine. Tell Yvette's son her shipment will be brought up to Solitude shortly.
Well, that was easy. I'm such a charming, very convincing fellow.
Nice? You want them in your belly? No? Then you stop talking to Deidre.
You are not very nice.
All right then.
And you have dwarven boots for some reason. They look rather heavy on you. So as much as I regret not being able to help Fiona, and as much as I would like to stay here for a little longer, perhaps even on one hand, on the other hand, it is really the time for me to go back to Winterhold. Like, Solitude isn't going anywhere. I can come back here at some point. Goodbye, Solitude. Goodbye, Fiona.
Need a ride?
Yes, I do, actually.
Where do you want to go?
Winterhold.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Well, lovely, lovely, and finally, I must say.
I can't wait here forever.
Yeah, we are going now. Yes, home, kind of, sort of, almost. Anyway, a familiar place where wolves just live with us in the town. Would you like a sword, my Jarl? Well, good, well done, boys and girls, well done. Oh, there is more to be done. Okay then. Any fortified destruction and some fortified health, perhaps? It's so good to be home, and such a nice welcome too. I can't move because my horses and other animals are in the way constantly. Will you stop just circling? Alright, it looks like a frost dragon. So some resist frost perhaps as well. You know me too? Did I steal a plate here as well? I don't recall. Okay then. Oh, I forgot to sell all the dragon bones and scales. And forgot the magic winter woe. I'm going to sell this
much gold did we have when we left that last city? I'm trying to figure out where all of it went.
It's all in my pockets, actually. I did not give you anything. Horsey. Hello, what's in the sack? Let me just drop all the dragon elements on you. Actually, let's drop it on my friend Hjoromir, because we are going to unload, finally, in the college. And I've got an Ebony Helmet of eminent conjuring, just by wearing that ring. Now that is very good, especially when I'm going to do research, spell research, which takes a lot of time. And in the meantime, I will be creating enchanted items out of nothing. Lovely. What do you have for sale?
A bit of this and a bit of that.
Well, quite a lot of inventory management and shopping later. I took a perk, which of course will help greatly. 25 weakness to element that we have a cloak for. Currently it's only lightning, but it's also our preferred element. So the build is starting to really come together, and that's it for now. Although very soon I think I will have to take an enchanting perk, because I am really keen to make myself a new set of robes. Now I'm here in the library, and there's Eldawen, or Wine, I would like to talk to, but first, Urag, hello!
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
We are crystal clear, yes. I found more of Shidra's work.
Excellent. I'll start translating it. Shouldn't take me more than a day or two.
Well, that would be very nice if you can do it quickly, because I will be leaving soon. Now, there was an elven woman in a bright robe, and also you. Unfortunately, as far as shopping goes, only a few grand soldiers were available, and there isn't really that much in terms of super duper great spells, because of all the mods I'm running. Because I will probably have to research more than I will research. I will research after we do the quest. Yes. No, you are Olivia Meronin. Who the hell is Eldawen? No, Eldawen was the lady in Whiterun. So I will have to go to Whiterun. The lady with the wine, right?
Confound it all! This page too! That makes 5 in total. This is unacceptable!
What's the matter then?
A page from one of these texts, and 4 others, torn right from the spine. I've consulted with Urog's apprentice girl, and she insisted, rather emphatically, that none of these tomes have been checked out for years. I told the girl that wouldn't preclude a thief from browsing the cases.
Okay, mistakes happen. You shouldn't be so harsh, sure.
I don't blame her, though. It's the head librarian's duty to keep more sensitive texts behind sealed doors. Or perhaps it's the fault of the one who trained him. In either case...
First man, basically. That's their fault.
As I feared, someone has managed to steal key pages from the writings of Trectus.
Who is Trectus? Trectus, a forgotten name for a powerful man, founder of the guild. I'm not sure if that's correct. I thought that was... Galeron? Is that another name? Oh, I am supposed to to guess. King of Worms. I don't know what's that. What's the name for? Was that the name for Manimarco, perhaps?
No, but I suppose the names Vanus Galarian and Manimarco are inexorably linked.
Yeah, that's my mistake. Yeah.
However, as their ideals were diametrically opposed, your guess couldn't have been more wrong, even as it was so close to being right.
Well, that old orc must be drinking at the job again. No. Yeah, exactly. How would Master Groshap make such an obvious error?
It is not
error?
an error.
No?
It's far more likely that Urag holds an opposing position regarding the substance of these texts.
Oh, you think he destroyed
Not to
these
mention
pages?
a stubborn refusal to recognize that a controversial theory might actually have merit.
Yeah, tell me about the controversial theory.
The majority of
Absolutely.
scholars are split between two disparate camps. Some believe the texts are worthless scribbles written by a child, one who had yet to grasp the vastness of his destiny. Others contend that the author is not Vanus himself, but a pretender hoping to profit from the mage's name. Both camps, however, are in agreement that the texts themselves have no intellectual merit.
And you, I imagine, disagree with the last statement?
There are some, however, who attribute the text to a different origin. Not the young Trictus, but the elder Vanus Galarian. The theory states that Vanus wrote the text in the guise of his younger self, precisely so that scholars would question its authenticity.
It was a double bluff.
By diverting the eyes of those who seek power, it provided an extra layer of security, in addition to the cryptic nature of the text itself.
Okay, so tell me about what the texts you think are about, because it's really making me curious.
I mentioned the pages from 5 separate texts were stolen. This is no coincidence. I'm sure you can divine why.
One for each of the troubadours who brought Valerian to know? One for each of magic schools, yeah?
Exactly. According to the theory, there was purpose to Galarian's decision to divide his childhood journals into 5 parts. Contained within each was a tale that alluded to spells and techniques, authored by a specific school.
Okay. So can we find those texts? This is the one occasion when I'm actually quite eager to venture into some dangerous ruin, if they can be found there, I mean. Okay, I'm interested in how Galarian coded his text. That's actually interesting too.
That hints towards the ideals of a particular. However, the overall narrative is unimportant. From what I have gathered in my time here, it seems the School of Magic is simply a mechanism. For instance, I found lighting a text with an alteration spell revealed a hidden message written in an ink-altered, of course, without the knowledge to light the aura of life aglow. The mage's search would end there. The chain continues until one reaches the destination. The final pages that contain detailed notes on the crafting of a new spell.
May I see those texts finally, game?
I'm afraid not.
Oh,
The texts
okay.
are evidence, and the methods Galarian used to encode the journals must undergo further study. Once I have informed Urag of his omission, he will add the works to this library's collection, along with the missing pages, should they be retrieved. If you have scholarly interest, however, I can share with you the 5 tales of Galarian's youth. They are quite interesting.
That's you know, not now, not now. I'm on job. I'm on a job. I'm always on a job.
As you will.
Although, can I ask Urag about these?
Until next
Or do I have to listen to every single of the 5 stories to proceed with something, if there even is a thing to proceed with in that conversation? Have you made any progress? Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Okay, so I can't talk to you about it. Your assistant knows maybe something more about those texts?
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Do you work here in the library?
I'm Mr. Groshov's apprentice.
Yes, I know that.
trained
I
in the
catch
Library
that,
of
actually.
Arts. At the moment,
I'm very
my
perceptive.
duties are rather limited.
I see. Why is that?
There isn't much that Master can't handle already. I'm more of an understudy, someone who takes over if and when he retires, which at this rate will be anywhere between someday and never.
So you are stuck, basically. You know, you're stuck here in a comfortable position. It's not the worst place to be stuck in, to be honest. You don't think you'll ever be a librarian then?
No, and it's not an exaggeration. I know Master Grosha looks old, well, because he is. Way too old for an orc.
Ooh, you suspect some magic.
The rumor around here is that he's immortal. As in, he measures time by the era. Which means unless I start a competing library, I'm stuck being an apprentice forever.
You know, I will keep that in mind. Maybe we shall start a library together then. No, don't be silly. I won't suggest killing him. Helmet of Minor Magica. Lovely, thank you, game. Show some skin and nobody will care about it. This is actually eerily true, but I am not going to say it out loud. Jesus, no. Eleanor doesn't strike me as a person who would do that for the sake of career. Although, who knows? Eleanor, a competing library sounds like a great idea, actually.
Well, I meant it as a joke, but if you say so.
I tell you, we can do it. We will one day. I can tell you one day, once I settle in more than now. Maybe I build a house or buy one. We will think about it. We will think about it. I can promise you. I'm promising way too much to way too many people around this place. I have to stop. Okay, never mind. I will have to go now.
All right then.
And Olivia, I thought for certain I mixed her. I was so sure that she's Eldoin, but actually that was the mage from Whiterun. I'm quite sure. The lady who spoke a lot about wine. So now what remains to be done, if any? No scriptorium is available, I can see.
That incident in Morthal was just a misunderstanding, no matter what the guards claim.
Yeah, I understand. Could you stand, maybe?
You ever
No?
fall victim to an unfortunate accident,
Okay, then.
I promise.
I need to make myself my own scriptorium. Maybe do I have one in my camp? I don't remember. Camp just outside the city? No.
I swear.
Not talking. There was a little spot when I could activate the scriptorium itself. Yeah. She stands up. Good. Clearly, I would love to maybe make some more scrolls. Simply because, well, I can. And now it turns out that spell research actually changes the way Shaider's writings work. They give you a lot of knowledge for a lot of spell techniques, which is very handy. But I wasn't aware or didn't remember about that fact. I kind of hoped to be able to use the standard Shaider's writing to buff my magics even further and to use the woodcutter to copy them. Unfortunately, I don't think they are left in my inventory as a scroll. I'm just using them up, basically, to give myself a lot of expert knowledge. That is, and some advancement in skills, which is also useful in this particular mod setup in which things are going slower. It's not bad, of course it's not bad, it's cool, but I would still prefer probably to have the infinite boon and just copy them. I also have to sell some of these scrolls, to be honest.
There are that.
Yes. And I also can't really make myself a nice robe that I intended to make because I lack the required ingredients. And so that will have to wait. I will have to take my tanning rack with me and try to remember. As soon as I get a lot of tundra cotton, I will make those. For now I am selling these. And I made myself a few Circle of Protection scrolls because this spell will be likely rather expensive to me. It would be good to remember. I always forget about these guys. Good to remember next time we go against Draugr, especially when surrounded
They say knowledge is
when surrounded by a lot of Draugr. That was what I was. Hello.
To track down the sinner.
Yes, my lady. I am venturing out today. Tomorrow, max. I'm sorry, I'm very busy, man. She's slightly... Never mind, no, don't be creepy. Don't be creepy, Dumarin. It's all fine. It's all fine. She's just vaguely attractive. Not specifically attractive. Okay, so I can't really make my new robe. However, at least I should try to enchant my shoes with the lucky enchantment. And I also get a lot of enchanted items from that blacksmith enchanted ring. I sold 2 already, so I think before heading out, the very last thing to do is to go to the enchanting table in the other hall of countenance. Oh no, I also have to go down to the Atronach Forge, of course, and try to make myself a minion. That would be a loss to go without a minion. I think I already have all the required ingredients. Hopefully, possibly. There's no tundra cotton in the entire college. I ran through a lot of barrels and chests, and to no avail. I made a few potions, and now I don't really have a good fortify enchanting potion any longer. I have just a silly one that I made, which is not as good as the one I was able to buy in Solitude or find, maybe? I probably found it. But nevertheless, college boots are now enchanted with Windfall. Yes, 3% chance. 3% chance to restore 75 points of everything. Now I'm gathering somewhat of a collection of soul gems, which is nice. So now we indeed have quite a few. It will be random, but it will be good. We have these robes of 70% amplified destruction. We have the ring that we will wear as soon as we leave. We can wear this. We have Fortify Magica in more than one form. We should possibly make a new set of... We could also do that. We could increase our resistance by making a better cloak and a better hood. Perhaps this should be the last thing I do. But first the minion. Yes, minions. Let's check if we can make some minions and how. And now there's an assassin after me, apparently. Kinda good one as well. But he doesn't have a chance against me and the entire squad of the guard. Maybe he has. He actually hits quite strongly, while I hit harder. What the F? Who would try to kill such a nice person as me? Master E would try. There isn't a chance in hell I will be able to find out who that was. I definitely didn't like it though.
Fight! I need to ask you to stop. That shouting is making people nervous.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It won't happen again. No,
Good.
no.
Glad we straightened that out.
You really can't have any fun around here. Now I'm somewhat annoyed. It turns out I forgot I need a red mountain flower to make a simulacrum, which is the best minion I can possibly create with a nice set of skills at the forge. I'm rather angry at myself with that. Completely forgot that I need a red mountain flower. Therefore...
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed
yes?
to do. Your hand. Let's see here. It's from...
Oh, really?
Firebeard at the Blue Palace. Ooh, you've got friends in...
There's a dragon above us, dude.
Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Yeah, right in time. I forgot, yeah. This is not great. Resist frost, please. Fortify health as well, why not? Yeah, this gives me resist frost too. Uh-oh, this is not an easy one. Where is that? Where is that dragon? Where is that dragon? I'm here in the middle of the night because I kind of intended to go... Oh, it's already defeated. So not the easiest one, not the hardest one either. It's an invisible dragon as well. Okay then. It's a very, very weird dead dragon. Crimson Archer Cuirass. Cuirass? And taking for sale. Okay then. Well,
What manner of magic is this?
yeah, it happens. Don't worry. Yeah, it happens all the time. Don't you worry. So regardless of anything, I'm going to... I guess there is a quest here, or there used to be at least, to slay a dragon at Mount Anthor. I guess I could take my horse, go to Mount Anthor, and hope there will be some red mountain flowers on my way there. Maybe it's a way of doing this, but missives refuse to work for me. Well, yes, exactly. I am taking this, and I am going to do it. I'm going to hunt some dragons. I will take Hjoromir with this, with me, for this. Jeez Louise. And I will also ask him if he has any special books to collect. Maybe this will lead me to a red mountain flower.
I'm always trying to find more of Shalador's writing.
Yes?
I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us.
Aye, I will take care of that. I am always happy to find more Shalador's writings as well. I also am considering sending Hjoromir back home for a while. I think he needs to make amendments or just meet people from his town, well, village, and tell them about his adventures, because he is an actual adventurer now. He helped me slaughter quite a few very dangerous things. So I think it would be nice, and I think I will take a college mage, a friend, Gizargo perhaps, with me on the next main mage's quest. Shalador's writings, where is it? Kind of not too far actually. Not very far at all. Behind the tower stone. I can probably do it all relatively soon. In a rather short time. That's good. That's actually good. Yep. Oh, I forgot to tell Yvette that Victoria agreed to release the shipment. Oh, lovely. I will have to go to Solitude. Back to Solitude soon. I will also have to go back to Solitude because Falk Firebeard asked. That's probably the main reason. Hello there. That's a major one. Maybe he has a good soul. Tough one, by the looks of things. Hjoromir, are you fine? Okay, you are healing, that is good. I would not like to hit the Traveler, so maybe a little bit of a change of spells. Yeah. Some soul for me. Hello, who are you?
Hello there, fellow traveler. One itinerant minstrel and wandering wastrel at your service.
Nice, you are a bard as well? I happen to be a bard. What are you doing out here?
Some may find their inspiration tucked away in tomes, or by carousing in the cities. But I find it here, in the vast expanses of Skyrim.
Ungodly cold, I take it. Well, it's your inspiration, dude. I would try to find it in an inn, perhaps, if I were you. And on the other hand, I'm talking like I wasn't probably the silliest person in the entire Skyrim when it comes to risking and endangering myself in very unpleasant weather conditions. A Reekling spear. Okay. Who killed this spider, I wonder? These goblins, perhaps? Yeah, they are attacking. I thought they would stay away, but no. Oh, that's Reclings, actually. Not that dangerous anymore. Not with my super duper spells. Done and done. Anything of use, anything at all. Mountain flowers, perhaps. The Reclings like mountain flowers. So they probably slaughtered that. Oh, the Bella statue? Taking. Boar tusk? Taking. Boar meat? Taking. Bloody rags? Not so much. Okay, yeah, they slaughtered this poor little spider. Yeah, poor little spider that would eat my face if it was alive. Not that poor, then. Not really that compassion-worthy. I don't think. Where are my mountain flowers? Not in this. It's not the region to search for red mountain flowers, I'm quite sure. Do I have to go somewhere else? If so, I will do it after. I'll do it afterwards. I can recover the Shrider's writing. Oh, dang it. I don't have any firewood, I don't think. This is going to be bloody. I have to make a camp soon. Soon means now, I guess.
Clean and ready.
Well, that was easy. It gets easier, luckily. I have some deadwood on me. Flickering campfire. No, don't get any colder. You are warming yourself up. Crackling campfire with 6 deadwood.
Yes.
Should be more than enough to stop freezing to my death, maybe, hopefully? Come on, game. You know you can. You know we can survive this. Can we not? And I'm thinking some stew, perhaps. And some spell. Was it alteration or illusion? There is one in alteration, I believe. Oh yeah, I have large crack as well. That is rather good. Transmute wood. Or deadwood into firewood. Actually, I should try this. Can I cast it? Yes, I can. And I have firewood now. Which means I can cast that other spell that removes my exposure. Which was in restoration, perhaps, was it? Yeah. Kindle. It's a restoration spell.
You know, I've always imagined adventuring in my head, but because
I am no longer freezing to death. Stop it, game. I am safe now and secure. I am in the tent, near the fire. I can take yet another rank of adaptation, which will increase my warmth. This exposure from frost spells and attacks is reduced by... It's not bad. Although not the best one either. Increase one from all 125. That's a good one. Slightly better one. Frigid water. I could use this as well, but I probably just want to take all the ranks of adaptation as soon as I can. To be honest. Yeah, just take it. Take the final rank of adaptation. Yeah. That's much better. Oh yeah, I'm also close to the Shrine of Azura, which I have to visit at some point. Certainly, obviously, yes. 5 hours, eh? It's getting... I thought it's getting darker, but it's just the weather. Right, let's move on, let's move on. We have to go up here, I believe. I at least try. Yeah, we are getting close to that. There is a dragon there. You are in my way. Right, let's try to pray. And then let's equip the ethereal form, if at all possible. Oh yeah, and I have a conjure Clanfear spell. It's also a little bit dark, of course, I would say, but less so than a lot of the undead raising. I think I can be satisfied with a Clanfear. Ah, that's a blood dragon. Nothing too exciting or dangerous. Maybe slightly exciting. Not that dangerous though. I could use some magicka. TBH. Whew. Okay, easier, much easier than expected. Also TBH. Can I take... Oh, dear goodness. I will have so many dragon scales and bones. I really need to start looking... Yeah, you are very scary, Clanfear. I know, that's why I employ you. I'm not going to give you a name, you are just a Clanfear. Okay, I am getting horribly cold as well. This is like really survival heavy, trying to be here and endure the cold. I don't have the materials. Okay. Transmute wood. Quick. I should have some. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and now I don't have magicka to survive this. This is lovely. And I'm getting a little bit afraid. A little bit scared. Yes. And now it should be perfectly possible to cast Kindle spell. Yeah. Nicely done. Okay, I already picked this up. Was there a boss chest anywhere? I don't remember. There were mages here, I remember that. Some rogue mages. Very dangerous fellas. Not nice at all. No, not really. Okay, so what the... Collect bounty from Marul Seloth. So I guess that counted as a bounty quest. Nice. Yeah, still a lot of things to do in Solitude the next time I'm there. Shider's writings. You know what, actually... Heck, it's really long overdue. Let's go to Mzalft with Hjoromir. I don't care, I will send him back later. Let's go to Mzalft, and after that I can take care of all my new robes and red mountain flowers and all the like. Yes. I do need to... what would you say? To pray first and foremost, but I also do need to gather some more resources. Apparently I still don't have enough pelts and alchemy ingredients. Thank you, Lord Magnus, for your support so far. It's been going quite swimmingly. Other than the red mountain flower, Lord. Could you do something about that? Please? Humbly, please? Of course, humbly. You are the Lord Magnus. I actually don't need dual casting for them, I don't think. Let's move on. I could possibly use some more iron. I need to find a shelter, and quickly, as it is usually the case. Luckily I chanced upon a sawmill village by the looks of things. I've never been here. It's always nice to see a new place, although I would love the weather conditions to be more agreeable and generally life-friendly. I can't get inside there. Is there any place here where I can hide for just a minute. Hello, sir, Mr. Refugee. Can I get in? No, I can't. Lovely. Do you have a fireplace at least, please? No? It's really, really, really cold out there. I left my fur armor in the college as well because I'm bright like that. Okay, then.
Is that magic? Careful, please.
Oh yeah, I'm still wearing this. Sorry. Hello, Eri.
If you're one of the Jarl's men, you'll get your lumber. Angus Mill pays its debts.
Oh, you are in charge of the Angus Mill and indebted to the Jarls?
That I am. My father left it to me after he died in the Great War against the Elves. I don't care what's going on in the world. Rebellion, dragons awakening. The mill is enough trouble for me to worry about.
You're probably right. You know, you have to do one thing, find one thing and do it right. What were you saying about the Jarl's men?
Sorry, I thought Skald the Elder sent you. We've got an order to fill, and he's not known for patience. Look, if you're heading towards Dawnstar anytime soon, can you give the Jarl this note? Let him know he'll get his lumber.
You know, I actually have to revisit Dawnstar quite soon anyway. I'd like to talk to Tikrid. So yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Alright.
Alright then.
Could anyone please let me inside somewhere? Because I'm freezing to death. No? Okay. Okay. I mean, not okay.
Trying to figure out where all of it went. What do you need?
Oh, that's much better, although I am going to need a lot more firewood. A blue mountain flower. That is a mountain flower. Yeah, I can tell I absolutely have to make my own campfire. Otherwise, it will just never end. We should be close to a town, my guess is. A town called Windhelm? Yeah, I noticed game that air is frigid and deadly. But yeah, I can see some sort of stables over there. Long stride? 0 cost. That's exactly what I needed. Yep. That's what you do when you don't have stamina and have to move faster. Don't really care about all these wolves. They're being fought back by some very scary elves. At least I'm not gaining any more exposure when enemies are nearby. Who are you guys? That was some neat magical trick. Oh, bounty hunters. That's who they were. I probably need some sort of training, and I need skins. All of them. Okay, wild animals I can take. Wild animals I can survive, I think. And you are? You sir are? Oh, do you have something of interest? Anything? Anything at all? You have flawless amethysts? Flawless rubies and sapphires?
You come here where you're
We've stopped. You're not going to fire me, are you?
What's going on in here at this... Well, not that late of an hour. I have to stand closer to the fire, really.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Oh, some bigotry going on against the Dark Elves.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight.
I'm not sure if I have anything against the Dark Elves, actually. I don't think so. I think the Dark Elves are... Well, they are known in my homeland as the traitors of our noble race. But then there's a lot of silly things being known in my homeland. Well, this is a nice place. It looks like I'm staying here most definitely.
You got some nice meat hooks there. Makes for a damn good punch.
I don't think I do. I don't think I have any meat hooks. You must be slightly short-sighted, my lady. Could you please approach? Thank you.
This here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs, and there's a bed for rent on the ground floor.
What's about the name? Why is it called Candlehearth Hall?
Did you see the candle above the fire upstairs?
No, I haven't been upstairs yet.
It was lit 163 years ago, back when this building was the home of a grand warrior named Wundheim.
Never heard.
When came that he'd fallen, his son Droct lit the candle in his honor. Nobody knows why it still burns.
I see. Apparently I can ask you for work twice for some reason. I would, however, prefer to ask you for a room to
Sure
stay.
thing. It's yours for a day.
Okay, nothing else. I'm not gossiping. I'm not staying here any longer than necessary. I'm staying here till tomorrow and go to see if there are some alchemy shops anywhere.
Wind Helmet. My father talks about this place as a Tiber sceptical king. And
I
the other
suppose
Intervines
you're
were tending
here
the
to
bar.
chastise me about my wife.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Jormir, you were saying something
His name's
about
Jormir,
this
and I'm
place?
just the man for the job.
I need to trade something. Was I able to ask him his thoughts? Something on your mind?
Just contemplating my next opponent.
Okay.
Or opponents, I should say. 3 snow elves, with snouts that hiss foul vapors.
Oh, you reminded me why I never
Two of them
just
try to
talked to
flame
you.
me, while the mage
No,
attempts to slow me with a spray of rosy
dude.
dust.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Thank you. Have fun.
While I concentrate on evading.
Well, dear viewer, there are times in the life of a gaming YouTuber when things go wrong. And Audacity, the program I used to record my commentary, is bugging out currently at this exact moment of the playthrough. And for the next hour or so, I have no live commentary. So I will be providing a commentary ex post. Hopefully it's okay for you. Let's move on.
I'll be fine.
No.
Master, your
Somehow I do not believe he is going to be fine. No, not really. Yeah, told you so.
You see, you're not
We heading out?
In a second, Jormir. We have things to do and quests to take. You will see me in a second accepting yet another quest that I should probably not be accepting because there is so many things I have to do and I want to do with this playthrough and with this character, and it would probably involve avoiding some unnecessary quests for a while now. But of course there is a problem.
Just a man's life work.
Yeah. Men's life work. That's a point at which Dumarin is, of course, overtaken by compassion, which isn't always the best of ideas. So, regardless of any urgent matters going on in his life, he will accept.
It's good to know there are some people out there who are willing to help an old man.
Yep, that's me.
Its maker, corral mill, in a long-forsaken cave to the west of here.
I would expect all caves to be long forsaken, or even just empty forever since forever, but that's not the case in Elder Scrolls, no. In Tamriel, all caves are usable and used and inhabited.
Already made the mixture. Here, take it.
Yes, thank you.
Please, don't dally. I've wasted enough time arguing with my useless assistant here.
So I do have 2 very urgent quests. Of course nothing will happen in game if I delay, but roleplay-wise it's rather annoying to have 2 so urgent quests. One, if I tally for too long, Nurelion will probably die without seeing the completion of his life's work, and the other will probably result in the destruction of the reality itself at some point if I don't pursue. So there will be a conflict of conscience. Oh well.
To create from nothingness is
poetry. Right. There will be some shopping, of course, as always. And as far as I remember, yes, Yuppie, finally. The red mountain flower. They grow everywhere except when you need them. Then they grow nowhere. That's how the reality works. Actually, maybe I should let reality go away with the Eye of Magnus shenanigans. It is not a nice thing, that reality. Well, okay, a lot of potion crafting later. I think I am finally ready to head out, if I remember correctly, to leave Windhelm, although looks like it's getting late. But in this weather, it always looks like it's getting late. Maybe I will do some more shopping, or will I leave? Of course, I will harvest more ingredients. Yeah, it's time to go, it's time to go. Belly? No, do not think about selling and buying more stuff. Do think, please, about leaving. Yes. There is a fight here? Oh, just a saber cat. That is... I should not be using this spell, I don't think. Yeah. Because I can hurt somebody with my chain lightning. And the saber cat is preoccupied anyway, so... And there's Hjoromir, and there's a lot of things going for us. So we should more or less be able to deal with most things, even with our cheapest spells. And I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to achieve here. Oh, I discovered a place that I have not know existed. The Eastmarch Gentlemen's Club, which I believe is from dealing with the Deadra and yet another dragon for this Dragon Pact episode. I think we have to confront it. Yes, we will pray, of course, first. Lord Magnus, bless us in this endeavor of getting rid of yet another beast. I'm not quite sure how strong the dragon ahead is, but I will yes, of course. Nothing is important or dangerous enough to seize a resource gathering, never-ending alchemy ingredients gathering process. Well, yep, the fight has officially started. Become material, good choice, Belly. Very, very good choice, given our low armor rating and other problems. This is the perfect shout for dragon fights. Of course, well, Dragonrend is also a perfect shout for dragon fights, but we don't have it yet, and we probably won't have it for a very long time. Okay, it's a dragon one. We should possibly drink a resist fire potion, maybe? Although the dragon seems to be, as it often happens, preoccupied and busy with some other adversaries. And it's... oh yeah, giants. Giants seem like a better challenge for a dragon than a little scruffy mage in a scruffy robe. Although I think I might be also misjudged by that dragon. Whoa, whoa, nice dodging there. Ooh, yeah, that reminds me of the 2010 E3 gameplay demo. I still remember that clip. Yeah. When Todd played Skyrim for the first time publicly. Yeah. And there was a giant dragon situation. Okay, I need to boost myself. I used the ridiculous spell of regaining magicka. I'm using my divine armor now. What shall I do? I think fortified destruction would be a good choice, but that's not what I'm trying to... Ah yeah, ebony flesh has run out? Really? And I noticed it! Whoa, what a magnificent feat! Oh, that's just a dragon. It's good that I did not waste my fortified destruction then, because that creature will just go down as much as that giant. No, don't take fortified destruction now. No, it's fine. It's fine. You will deal with this without it. And yeah, soul as well, because these fellas have ground souls. It's always good to go mammoth hunting if you are an enchanter. I am wasting way too many potions here. I'm not quite sure why am I so afraid. Maybe there's another giant that I noticed when playing, but failed to notice today. Or maybe I'm afraid of the mammoth, that it can take me down in one hit. But still, I think it was rather wasteful. On the other hand, I have so many potions at the moment that it's probably okay. More or less. Hjörmir will deal with the wolfie, I believe. I need to absorb the soul, so Hjörmir can protect me for a second. And more dragon bones and scales for me. Love Ali. So I believe we are getting closer to the time when we have to pray, but I also believe we are getting closer to the very important standing stone, which I am about to activate, and of course you already know which one is it, because most of you probably know Skyrim's topography quite well, and you know what is the nearest standing stone from here. So perhaps without spoiling too much, I can already say it's going to be the Atronach Stone, and it's going to be the Andromeda Atronach Stone, and it will in fact, Cheese Louise, change so much with such a little subtle change. I said change way too often. Alright, Frost Breath, I don't suppose I'm going to use it a lot, but I may unlock it just for the sake of it, because I have some souls stored. Some dragon souls to spare. Elemental Fury I definitely am not going to use, so I can leave it locked. Because I never ever use any weapons. Oh yeah. I can hear some wolves in the background, but wolves are much less important now than this. This will increase our magic effectiveness and decrease the cost of spells. We cannot regain magicka regardless anyway, because we are a follower of Magnus. So the penalty of the stone doesn't really affect us at this point, but the fact that we will spend even less magicka on spells and get even more effectiveness will mean in the darn future, it will mean it now already, that I will notice a great increase in power, but in the future when we have amplified destruction maxed and fortified destruction potions maxed, man, oh man, this is going to be a complete annihilation of foes. Is this finally it? No, this is... no, this is not it. This is a different Dwemer Dungeon from a mod that I have to finally try at some point, because it's been on my mod list for a year or so, and still no such luck. No, didn't have the time to really explore the quest mod, and maybe at some other point, maybe later after the College of Winterhold is done. However, there's a giant to deal with now, and also an opportunity for me to test my new power, and Scarlet offered as a test subject right there and then. Hjörmir is as usual trying to tank giants. That is what he does best. And I am now levitating giants as well. There is a goblin berserker here that died, probably slaughtered by the giant, or maybe by my chain lightning. It's hard to tell these days who dies because of what. But the giant was no challenge at all. So with most mages I noticed it's a good idea to have a follower early on, but we are nearing the stage of the playthrough when it becomes redundant. I like Hjörmir, I kind of got used to his company, so I'll probably keep him. but I may decide to make him wait outside of a dungeon more often than I do now. And I found a very, very dreadful shrine of Trinimac. It's uncannily evil looking, so I'm just moving away from this place. And this is it. This is it. Is it? Is it Mzalft? Yes, it is Mzalft. Oh, how happy I am to finally be able to be here and try to finish the quest, which of course also means we are getting quite close to resolving the entire quest line, which may mean it will be the end of a chapter for this playthrough, and I will have finally my first multi-chapter playthrough at some point.
Is it true there are machines use steam blades that bend around your shields?
Yes, it's all true. Everything you've heard about Dwemer Ruins is true, he says, but Dumarin doesn't know at all what to expect in the Dwemer Ruins. Dumarin was overly focused on exploring Nordic ruins. Oops, there's somebody here in great trouble.
Find Paratus in Oculary.
Okay then. Oh, another tragedy. This is Skyrim. People just tend to die right before I arrived, or right a moment when I arrived, or right after that. People just tend to die horribly. Partly as a result of my actions, partly just because I am doomed to witness people dying, apparently. Yep, yep. Notes, journals. Move on, Belly. Ooh, my first Dwemer ruin. What will we find here? How hard will it be? Especially with our newly acquired power of the Atronach. If I remember correctly, it's going to be somewhat spectacular. You can go more spectacular, of course, in Skyrim, but somewhat spectacular. Yep, another dead person, which is of course very sad. I am taking the robe regardless, just in case I need a blue robe or something. Ooh, and I'm testing the staff and spell, because it seems like a good idea to level up my enchanting, and I should now be rather effective with my staffs. I really have severe troubles with this particular build. I have troubles to really figure out which perks to take, because there's just way too many perks I would like to have. I would like Dumarin to be such a cool mage, omni mage, but also kind of focused on restoration and destruction, although knowledgeable and versatile and kind of well versed with other schools of magic too. And I would love to max out enchanting. There's just so many things I would like him to achieve, and it's not. Oh, I cannot run now. It's not always the case. Sometimes you want to specialize very narrowly. Sometimes you want to have a simple character, which I kind of also enjoy. I learned to enjoy it as I've been making my builds, because at some point, from time to time, you have to make a simple build, like my archer or say the barbarian. You just have to make a simple build from time to time, something that works well with a simple and small set of tricks and powers. Okay, this is the immersive creature's enemy, and oh, this might be a little bit problematic. This is something very high level. I am also approaching the stage when the highest levels of most difficult variants of the enemies from the immersive creatures will start popping up very frequently. And yes, this creature has remarkable health pool, and you can see I'm pretty much unable to hurt it with my shock spells, and Hjöramir is already very weak, So this is a problem because I, of course, am specialized in shock, and I have a shock spell staff. I really don't have a lot of things to do against this one. I will try fire. I basically have to try and see if there is any weakness in this creature. And for example, that little vanilla spider was taken down by a simple fire spell, but no such luck with this monster. I'm trying to heal Hjoromir so that he can tank more successfully, and even though I can't really damage the creature, the construct, with my shock spells, the levitation effect still kicks in when I'm close by. Okay, I am really devoted to healing Hjoromir because I assumed that it might be my main way of dealing with this, since my best spells don't work. So I switched to the leader supporter role. But Hjoromir is not powerful enough to withstand both my chain lightning, which I for some reason try again, even though I can easily, obviously see it will not work. So this is a loop of hurting and healing Hjoromir again. Probably should figure out something else. Okay. Ooh, there's just nothing that we can do. Hjoromir doesn't do enough damage to it. It doesn't really care about levitation because it has this area attack. So we don't really incapacitate it with a levitation effect. So now finally I remembered that I think Dwemer constructs are vulnerable to cold and ice, and they indeed are. As you can see, suddenly the health bar begins to melt. So that was a good idea to try a cold spell. Should have done it a few minutes before this, but okay. Finally, in the end, we figured it out, you know, we made it work, and lovely. So I am even hotkeying the wall of frost. Whatever happened here, it's rather funny. I hotkeyed my wall of frost because I expect to use it a lot in this location. Okay, it was a very obvious trap. Even I cannot fall for it. Dodge! And this spider for some reason does not take a lot of damage from frost. It's all a little bit confusing. We'll see how my lightning works on it. Oh, pretty much brilliantly. Especially when combined with Hjoromir's power attack. I think I need to give Hjoromir some potions. I should give him shock resistance potions. I learned like a lot of them. And I should reload his sword, because this effect, ongoing fire damage, is actually the best thing I can give him. I hear more of them. More of the machines. Oh! Oh! This one also looks terrifyingly terrifying. I try to levitate it. No such luck. But luckily it takes damage from my main spells as much as anything else would. Oh. Chaurus crawlers. They have a very strong poison attack, as far as I can recall. So good. It's good we have some additional damage on our spells now. And another dead mage. Sad and depressing, as great many things in Skyrim. More of that. More of that. Great. Lovely. Okay, I'm taking it a little bit lightly, all of it. Because I unfortunately remember most of what happens here. It was a while since I recorded it. Yeah. And I even noticed the tripwire. I'm taking it rather lightly, so I am having my coffee and a little bit of another unhealthy habit going on to oh no, yes, accompany the coffee. So I may be a little bit overly relaxed here. Oh, even more. Destroy it, kill it with lightning, not with fire exactly, but a little bit like with fire. It's still rather hot and can leave burns. Right. What is next for us? Will there be some deadly traps? Will I have at least a slight problem with any enemies? This one, I don't suppose I will have any trouble dealing with this one. This is rather low level one. Yeah. Down with you, Dwemer construct. Dwarven worker, actually. And I don't... Oh, I really don't need to do this, but of course curiosity. Curiosity happened, and I'm going to see if I can grab some ingots, for example, because I of course don't like to travel with some inventory space left for important things. I like to be filled to the brim with unnecessary garbage. That's what I do. That's what I have to do in Skyrim, because I treat Skyrim like it's Minecraft. You always think this is going to be useful, this is going to be useful, and that, and this. And of course I have to unload as a result of this approach. I have to unload even more things and put it on Hjoromir. Although giving him the Ring of Courage, which will increase his resistance to stagger, I think? I didn't read. Stagger or damage from power attacks. Was a good idea to do that. Now, another construct going down quite easily. Yeah, casting time is quite good on this spell. It's not faster. Most spells have the same casting time in Skyrim. It seems very fast because the projectile travels so fast. You can start recasting a little bit early. You don't have to adjust for your enemy's position, because they usually don't have the time to change position and strive and move. So it's a little difference, but it's usually enough to really rapidly shoot at them with chain lightning or lightning bolt for that matter. And this fella. I think my lightning cloak has run out, which is not that much of a problem at all at this point. Bye bye. These things are rather cool. They're basically Draugr. Well, they are not Draugr. They are kind of mummified Dwemer in the armor, but visually they're Draugr in Dwemer armor pieces, which is kind of cool. I wish for a dungeon filled with these enemies. this type of enemies, like Dwemer, combined Dwemer Nordic dungeon would be cool, with the backstory that at some point in the ancient past, of course, the Dwemer and the Nords of that particular city decided to work together and live together, and the Dwemer would make armors for the Nords. And I used my Latchcrack for the first time here to make unlocking this particular lock slightly easier, because it is an expert lock and I don't have any perks in lockpicking, and I generally suck at lockpicking. And it was successful. And this is empty. Scarcity, damn you, scarcity! And of course, apparently it also makes it easier to unlock Hjoromir, the spell. makes it easier to unlock Hjoromir, which is good to remember for the future if I'm in a mood for some sharing, you know, talking about emotions in the hallways. Right, what's next? What's next? There's going to be a more challenging fight at some point, I'm quite sure. There's going to be Falmer. Falmer can be a little bit annoying. Depends on how many of them and which types of them. But for now I hear another Dwemer construct approaching. Yeah, that's a worker or something to that vein. So what am I thinking about? I can start spamming my Chain Lightning now. There's no need to change spells, Billy. What am I thinking here? Yeah, I try to remember that I have rune scrolls, which are better than my rune spell, because I took a perk back when I thought I will be using a lot of scrolls. And it is actually a good idea to have a batch of scrolls regardless, because I am going to need them for the rare occasions of not having magicka. I should finally do something about it and make some more scrolls. There's just always something more important to do with my paper, because both copying scrolls and spell research require paper. So that's a problem. And this one. No. Hjoromir definitely needs to get some resist shock gear from me, because I am hurting the poor fellow so much. Ooh, yeah, Falmer, the first Falmer we encountered here. It may mean there will be some actual challenge ahead. We will see. I am switching to some more defensive. Well, if you are going with a staff belly, you should possibly switch to a ward in your left. That's a kind of more defensive combat stance I can occasionally use. Right, plenty of destroyed spheres and guardians and centurions. Well, not centurions, but spiders and constructs. So it seems like there was an outbreak of violence, of some Falmer on construct violence, which is of course, well, what you would expect. I wanted to say, which is of course very sad, but I don't care about the machines or the Falmer. Okay, this is a Gloomlurker. They can be a little bit annoying, but not when you are so empowered. Not when you are so empowered with your spells. And yes, it was not that bad of an idea to switch to a staff anyway. The lightning ball kind of spell, I forget how it's called properly, and the spell is rather slow. The projectile is rather slow, but when the enemies stick to Hjoromir, they are slightly less mobile. So when Hjoromir does his job of tanking, then of course the speed at which the projectile travels is slightly less important, because they will not dodge as much, or rather they will try to dodge Huramir's attacks and not mine. Okay. Okay, let's be very, very careful. Yeah, I notice that I am very careful. This dungeon did start with a rather difficult, challenging fight with an enemy that was almost invulnerable to my whole shtick, to my whole thing of lightning spells. So I am a little bit cautious, perhaps maybe too much so, but better safe than sorry. That's why I have my Campfire ready, although it refuses to help at this point. Maybe it will come into play later. Looks like it tried to find more enemies somewhere in this way direction. Yeah, you are very scary. You have some creepy sounds. I need to make a Daedric summoner at some point. I built completely focused on summoning Deadra, Dremora in particular from Apocalypse and like. That would be cool. A Falmer, a standard Falmer is really not something I need to worry about any longer. Oh, I can heal my Campfire as well as my Huramir. It's good to have friends. It's good to have friends and be able to heal them. Now, I don't think I noticed it here. No, actually, my magicka was refilled. Okay. Yeah, okay, a Chorus Warrior, as I said, yeah, some horrible challenges can still be a thing. This would be a rather deadly confrontation if I got in the melee range of that creature. But I was lucky enough to use Huramir's tankiness. Yes, of course, some mining, of course. You can tell me to stop mining and taking absolutely everything and putting it in your backpack. That's what you can do for me. Basically like some intervention to help me fight off my addictions. Yep, ingredients. And more Falmer. This is a Gloom Lurker. This can be painful. Not so much. I absorbed poisons from both attacks, I think. So that's cool. And standard Chorus are not as terrifying as they used to be in the Frostfall Abyss. Not at all. Not any longer. Right. Yeah, and I can notice already that I am casting spells like cloaks and such, chain lightning, and there's almost the blue bar is almost not moving at all. With both Magnus and Atronach in the Atronach Stone, all spells just cost peanuts, all of them. Oh no, Belly! Oh my god, really, Belly? What will you do with all this Moonstone? Tell me. Maybe will you forge something for Huramir at least because he wears? Well, you won't because you don't have the perk. You can't forge anything for Huramir. You can make ingots, I guess, to improve something slightly. Jeez, Belly, why? Oh, glowing mushroom. That's actually important. That's actually understandable. That's actually fortified destruction for me. Oh, and we are 92 in alteration, which most definitely means master spells. Master spell quests. Gloom Lurker down in 3 hits. Not gonna lie, rather cool. Night Prowler, also a rather difficult variant of the Falmer. Down in 2 hits of my chain lightning. Really, really cool. And of course, glowing mushroom. The fact that this means even more fortified destruction potions for me is also cool. It's all cool. Right. There will be some more of them here, maybe? Although they already attacked me. The farmer from these huts already attacked me down there in the hallway. So that's fine. I should be fine. I can't recall if the boss fight was of any challenge. Maybe it was slightly, maybe not. We'll see. Wabam! Ouch, this time no absorption. And I missed. And I corrected it. Right. Oh, I would almost miss this, which is a remarkable scarcity sum of gold. Okay. Why am I doing this to myself? I would have so much stuff and so much money if not for scarcity. I would just have all the enchantments I may possibly need. Bam! Very calm and collected way of dismantling enemies, Dumarin. Just patiently stand there and cast your chain lightning. Let's open up. Let's open up, let's talk about our feelings. Door. Oh, I have a potion of fortified lockpicking. One of it. Just one. That's a good idea to have. Even so, I may suck a little. Because it's a master level door. Ah! Ow! Come on, belly. Can do it. Yes! And there will be 20 gold pieces, our magnificent loot. Well, it's a scroll of Poison Nova! No, and what do we have here? Another locked door. Latch crack. Latch crack. For some reason the name of the spell sounds rather dirty to me. Is it the association with some other crack? That might be it. Nevertheless, I'm going to use it. Abuse it. Abuse the crack. Oh, God, no. Don't go there, belly. Don't talk about abusing cracks. Anyway, use the latch crack thingy. Right? Oh, a Coarse. A flying one. A fledgling. Which will probably melt in the presence of my lightning cloak. Yeah, Hiramir, you didn't like it? Hey, sorry about that. Here you go. You're healed now. Alright, some antennae. And some other loot. Maybe I can at least take some Dwemer things for smelting. Again, I'm not sure why would I need them, but I didn't anyway, so okay then. We are getting close to the boss fight, I feel. Alright, what do we do here? We have two of them on the other side and maybe one or two more somewhere, hidden somewhere? No? Oh, that's a good idea, Belly. That's a pure skill thing. Oh, yeah. Was that a scroll? I didn't even look. But I think it was because it's extremely powerful in my scroll form. And the Gloom Lurker is also going down. I absorbed. It was a little bit lucky on the RNG. Take the staff. All the staffs are good to have. Alright. Okay. Hiramir. Why do you stand there? Okay. Oh, Hiramir just was looking at the chest. He tried to tell me something. Open this chest. He tried to tell me, and there is an ancient text. Okay, good for my spell research. After all of this is done, after the quest line is finished, I will do so much spell research. Just 2 hours of never-ending spell research. Well, not never-ending. It will take 2 hours, so it's so it will end after 2 hours. But continuous spell research, that's the word I was looking for. Okay. Go. No, we weren't that close to that boss fight, I think. There is yet another area. Reaper, Hopper, they will all fly, they all die. Oh, wabam! And there's more of them. Not a problem. Not a problem. Did you see my Magicka bar there? Chain Lightning dual casted. This is a moderately expensive thing. And I didn't spend even a quarter, I don't think it was even an eighth of my Magicka. And as soon as that farmer died, I regained all of it, of course, because that's Atronach Stone. It's remarkable. And I absorbed some spells now. This fellow just died. Just because. It's because Chain Lightning. This is just so insane now. Oh, Focusing Crystal. Already found it. This is getting so ridiculous. And this is not my final word. I will still increase the power of Dwemer the Seeker by all means necessary, and many means. Oh, it will be so awesome. This may end up as my most powerful mage. Now, if I was ever to make a build video about him, I would probably need to cut off the unnecessary perks and that I'm taking because scarcity is a problem and I want to trade more comfortably, therefore, and because I also have some perks because I kind of changed the idea mid playthrough, so I have some perks left over from the previous idea, some illusion perks that I don't need really, some enchanting perks that maybe are not necessary, but nevertheless it might be a good build. Like, anyway, I will probably at some point make a holy mage, which this should be a end game of Dwemer. It should be like a holy chosen of Magnus mage, destruction restoration mage with lightning and a lot of healing and support spells. But it may be that I am not going to be able to take all the perks I want in this playthrough. That I will just have to make him make the build kind of artificially, like I always do. I'm so fake. So we'll see how it goes. For now, I am having fun with just taking perks that I like to take. I am very, very overly careful here, just taking one step at a time. I still feel like there has to be some more challenge. Like, this is a Dwemer ruin. This is my first Dwemer ruin. There should be, and it started with the most challenging of the enemies in the first chamber, and I still kind of expect it getting much worse. 83 in destruction. I would love to reach 90, because I probably will incorporate some ritual spells at some point, as soon as it is possible. Speaking of builds, I have such a cool build idea for years now that I've never got around to make centered around the ritual spells, because you can cast them in the form of scrolls starting at level 26, I believe. You can start gathering scrolls for those. You can go to Apocrypha, for example, at level 26, start getting master level scrolls and make copies with the woodcutter or something like that. And it can get quite amazing relatively early. We would need a way to survive and thrive before this is possible, before you can start finding scrolls of master level spells. But it could be I feel awesomeness being somewhere in there, especially with all the enchantments, Sunrise enchantments, and Vokrii perks that facilitate casting ritual dual casted spells. It might be something worth considering. Right. There is a locked door.
Gavros, is that you?
No.
I'd almost given up hope. Let me get the door.
Your friend is not alive. I'm sorry.
What the?
No, do not do this. This is a bad idea.
What are you doing here? What have you done with Gavros?
Yeah, he's no longer among us.
Be doing that. Oh, it doesn't matter now. Gavros is never coming back, and he was supposed to have the crystal. Without that, we're lost. It's all been for nothing. So congratulations, whoever you are. You found the Synod. Just me, alone, surrounded by angry machines and angrier Falmer.
Well, if you meant this particular crystal I have here in my pockets...
It didn't work the first time. I tried to tell Gavros, but he wouldn't listen. No, it won't be too cold, he said. Well, I was right, wasn't I?
It seems like you might be a little bit of a lousy group of mages.
Gavros had to cart it all the way back to Cyrodiil. Left the rest of us here to fend off the damnable Falmer.
So, yeah, exactly. As I was saying, I have this crystal here. I think it's what you are talking about.
That's it.
It was on a dead Falmer.
I don't know who you are, but you may have just saved this little project. In fact, who are you anyway?
I am a mage from the College of Winterhold. Dwemer the Seeker, they call me.
You are you?
Uh-huh.
Savos wouldn't even grant us an audience when we came to you, but now you come here expecting something from me? I don't much like this, I'll tell you. But you saved my skin, so maybe I could overlook the past for now. Come on, I'll explain on the way.
I must say, you don't really have much of a choice, dude. You are outnumbered. You have to forget the past for a second, at least.
This oculory. I don't know what the dwarves called it. Something unpronounceable, I'm sure. From all our research,
You are also outskilled, I imagine. Yes, I'm right with you. Yeah. Just checking something.
To collect starlight, and then I'm not sure. Split it somehow? It was my idea to replace one of the key elements with our focusing crystal. Months of enchantments went into it.
Months?
Let's just hope they got it right this time.
By the 9.
How do you enchant a single thing for months? Yes, Hiramir is very awed,
What can I do for you?
in awe for a huge Dwemer ball, which, you know, it's kind of awesome, I must say. I don't know if our friend will keep talking or not, but I am going very slowly. I would like to let him take the lead and feel important.
Here it is. Magnificent, isn't it? Took an incredible amount of work.
Kind
to
of
get it
cool,
working.
yeah, I must
Now
agree.
I'm hoping it'll all be worth it. Place the crystal in the central apparatus, and we can start the process for focusing it.
Right. Now, this is, of course, a little bit of a riddle, a puzzle, which at the moment of playing, I didn't really remember too well how to solve, because it's been a rather long time since I last played through College of Winterhold. So, Oh, and the expert robes of the elements, which I have put here in the creation kit. So now I have yet another one to my collection, although I think I already have this enchantment, maybe, hopefully, I think. Nevertheless, Good to have another item to sell. I have so many of them that I will never be able to sell them properly. But who cares? It is now the time to cast some frost and or fire spells at this thing, and this much I can remember, that it involves fine-tuning it with frost and fire. And I didn't have frostbite for all this time still. That's a weird happening.
What can I do for you?
Right. A lot of button pressing later. It is indeed accomplished.
Finally going to pay off. What's this? These results. They're not at all what they should be. This projection should be lit up like the night sky. Something is creating an incredible amount of interference. Something in Winterhold, it looks like. What are you playing at? Is this some attempt to stall my work?
No. I don't think anyone is even bothered with your existence at Winterhold.
What have you done? Did you know what we were attempting? Are you here to make sure your plan worked? That our efforts have been for nothing? Well, explain yourself.
You are rather conspiratorial. Yeah, I can't speak. You seem like a conspiracy in that case. There's absolutely no plan to do anything against you. As I said, I don't think people even know you exist, most of them, in College of Winterhold. Maybe one or two. But most of us are not bothered at all. Not at all. So nobody would plan anything against you.
You and your college have ruined years of my work.
No.
I lost colleagues and friends to the former, and you want me to calm down? How did you do it?
I haven't done anything, and we haven't done anything.
But it must be something you're doing. There's no other explanation. You have something at your college, don't you? Something immensely powerful, beyond anything I've anticipated. What is it?
Well, that's a lucky guess. I would say, yeah, we might have something. It's probably... Will I tell him the truth? Yes, it's the Eye of Magnus.
Well, I suppose if that means what I think it does. Well, that's interesting.
So, now I need to find the Staff of Magnus. And your help is required.
Yes, the staff. Interesting. I can't explain the details. That would be giving away many secrets the Synod have learned over the years.
I kind of don't really care that much about your secrets. Just tell me where the staff is.
Have you seen the orrery in the Imperial City? It was the
Nope.
inspiration for this idea. Instead of projecting the sky, we project all of Tamriel, and then harness the latent energies to overlay the positions of... What's important is that all of this work was designed to reveal to us sources of great magical power. Purely to help safeguard the Empire, of course.
Oh, sure, yes.
Yet, in the end, only 2 locations have been revealed to us. One is your college. The other, well, that can only be Labyrinthian. So, Mage from Winterhold, despite your intentions, I've beaten your little game.
What are you talking
Even if
about?
all you've said here is lies. I know you have something in Winterhold the Synod Council will be very interested in.
You are not
So fine.
You are not getting
the
it.
Labyrinthian in search of your staff. I shall return to Cyrodiil and deliver my full report to the Council. This is not over, I assure you.
Was that supposed to be a threat? Because I must say, I don't think threatened like at all. I think you're a little bit of a loony, to be honest. What will you do? Will you take a squad of battle mages?
Am I?
Yeah.
I think I've discovered more here than I could have hoped to. Your trickery won't confuse me.
You must stop this, man. There's no trickery here.
Yes. Probably. I mean, yes. Certainly it is. But that doesn't matter now, because I know you're hoarding something even more important at your college. The Council will be informed of this. They will find out what you're up to. I think we're done here.
Why would I be worried about your council finding what we are up to? First of all, we are not up to something. We just chanced upon an orb in a Nordic ruin. And second of all, what will you do? You will send a squad of battle mages all the way up in the north so they can freeze their asses off? And most likely die of frostbite and starvation? It's really, it was a very, very unsuccessful threat, I must say.